Across a large swath of the country tonight, Canadians are dealing with bone-chilling cold. There are extreme cold weather warnings from the prairies to the Maritimes, prompting concern about how to protect the most vulnerable in our communities. Tonight, Environment Canada warns it will feel like minus 30 in Edmonton with the wind chill, minus 40 in Saskatoon and Regina, minus 37 in Winnipeg. And the trend continues across the country, all the way to the East Coast. Most Canadians just bundle up and get on with it, but some have limited choices. So efforts are underway to get them to shelter during this dangerous cold snap.
We've had as many as 70 people sleeping on the floor in this cafeteria.
I come here because I know we can have a place to stay and warm place.
The extreme cold may have played a role in at least 3 deaths in recent days across the country. The most recent was early this morning in Toronto, a man found right in the heart of the downtown core. Joanna Remiliotis joins us now with more on that. Joanna.
Peter, while the details are still not clear, the man was only wearing a t-shirt and jeans when he was found in the bus shelter behind me.
Just hours later, a tiny cedar sprig was the only sign something tragic happened here in the middle of a bitterly cold night, in the heart of a city where the signs of poverty are everywhere. This young woman has called these streets home for 4 years.
It is sad that he died, and it is unfortunate. It happens, though, especially if you don't take care of yourself.
How did a 55-year-old man wearing only a t-shirt and jeans end up here unconscious? It's not clear, neither is how long he lay exposed in the freezing cold. Police say he was wearing a hospital bracelet. He was reportedly homeless, at least at some points. But his death, the second in Toronto in 2 days, another man was found dead in a vehicle Monday, has sounded an alarm that not enough is being done to protect the city's most vulnerable. This shelter runs at 100% capacity every day, serves about 1,300 meals a day, offers beds to 91 men every night. Citywide, there are 3,800. It's not nearly enough. And that is for the men who actually can get themselves here.
Go ahead, Austin. You're welcome.
Something definitely went wrong there. Normally, if you have an individual who isn't even properly dressed for the cold, you're normally either dealing with either a mental illness or severe addiction.
Outside a downtown church, a memorial for the dozens of homeless people who die every year. It is complicated. Some people prefer to stay on the streets, but many more simply can't find a warm bed. Today, poverty activists descended on City Hall to demand the mayor provide extra shelter immediately.
We're not talking about housing here, we're talking about emergency shelter beds. And if you don't provide people even emergency shelter beds, that's the last thing you give a human being before you abandon them.
The city ordered 24-hour warming centers open right away. And soon after, a vigil was held for a man who has become another sad statistic and a symbol for action.
The city has also called for more street outreach and has opened up more shelter beds. The measures are just temporary to help people get through a cold snap that is expected to last for days. Peter?
Joanna Remiliotis here in Toronto tonight. Thanks, Joanna.